So I was talking about long distance running, overland running, cross country. Okay, so you're running actually at the same quality the whole time. But sometimes you just can't do it. What if you're running through the mud and it's holding your feet? What if you're running through the sand on the beach and the sand, you can't really get traction? So this is the way our life is too. And we talk about that in the spiritual path because you want to know God. And you want to know God in experience. And God has 99 beautiful names. They're all beautiful. Although some of them are names of beauty, like Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim, Ar-Ra'uf, and so forth. Others are names of majesty, like Al-Khafid, Al-Qabid, Al-Dar, Al-Muntaqim, the one who puts you down, the one who makes you contract, the one who takes revenge, the one who denies and withholds. And you have to know God in all of His names. This is what the people of Ihsan, the Sufis, call real Tawheed. It's when I know the Muwahhad, I know God who is the one, declared to be one in every name. And the 99 names have under them infinite other names. Okay, there are 99 foundational names. Ummahatul Asma, they're called. The foundational names. So you have to know God in all of His names. And sometimes that slows you down to the point that you can't even run. Sometimes you may fall to the ground. And the main thing, runner, is get back up, get going again, keep going. And in all of this, you are getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And this is why on the spiritual path, be careful about evaluating yourself. You say, I'm not spiritual anymore. Well, maybe you don't know. Because spirituality is not just feel good. And the biggest spiritual breakthroughs come in the greatest difficulty. And we have stories of saints who were in the most difficult situations thinkable, and yet they attained the greatest bliss in that state. One of the Salaf, and I don't remember who he was, and I don't remember if he was a companion or a successor. Maybe some of you will remind me. But at the end of his life, he was in extreme pain. And he was bedridden. And he couldn't move. And everything that he did was painful. And the people who loved him were around the bed, and they were sometimes crying. They're like, we can't stand to see you in this state. And essentially he told them, please be quiet, because you don't know my state. I am now in a spiritual state that is unlike anything I ever had before. It's like the angels are coming to me and tending to me. So be careful about judging yourself, and never judge yourself in a way that breaks your heart. We all make mistakes, and we all falter. And don't think this person who has a big turban is any different from you in that. We all falter. Sometimes that faltering may go on for 5 to 10 years, even though you were sincere and you were devoted and you were doing everything you could do, and then it's just over. You're down, you're out. You begin to think thoughts you never thought before. You begin to think that I'm a hypocrite. I was always a hypocrite. Okay, and we call that fatra. We call it zalla. This is an interval. When God has manifested Himself to you in one of those names, like Allah, the causer of harm, Al-Mudil, which is not one of the 99, but it is regarded to be one of His names, the one who leads astray. Okay, you need to know Him in that name too, so that you know Him in all of His names. And so in the end, you will be like a mountain. The awliya are mountains. They don't need anchors. Mountains don't need anchors, but that's because they've gone through all of these different tests. And this is why your spiritual guide, I remember I've been through times like that. People who know me, they know a little bit about that. I remember I had a great sheikh whose name was Shadli. He's still alive. Shadli is one of the great sheikhs of the Yemen. Many of you know about him. The Ba'alawis will know about him. He's the one who has special dua for coffee. Okay? And this man's name is Shadli. He's from Ahlul Bayt. He's from Eritrea, from East Africa. His name is Shatrab Muhammad Ali, Muhammad Umar. But he was an amazing man, and I knew him, I've known him now for years. But I remember I came to him at a time when I was really down. And I even told him that, it's like I've always been a hypocrite. And he looked at me and he laughed. And he said, "You didn't create yourself. You didn't create yourself." And again, it's like, this is okay. And in fact, when you come out of that, then gifts are given to you that you maybe would have never been able to get before. So keep running, keep running, keep running, keep running. Keep running, brother and sister. Stay in the marathon, even if you have to walk, even if you have to crawl in the end. Keep running, brother and sister. Stay in the marathon, even if you have to walk, even if you have to crawl in the end. Keep running, brother and sister. Stay in the marathon, even if you have to walk, even if you have to walk, even if you have to crawl in the end.